Hey, this is Notser, and this is the user replay of the week. Kleiner Stroke is in the Tier 8 American destroyer, Benson, on the map Hotspot. If you have a replay and you would like to submit that replay, please submit it to notserreplay@gmail.com. Please have the replay file, in-score screenshots, 1 to 2 sentence summary, and please include the ship name in the title of the email. I really appreciate all the submissions. They're great, absolutely great. There might be some games that are better or worse. I will try to share more. I understand that there are many people who watch my Twitch and they can't see every single game, of course, but some of you have seen the game, and if I take just from the live stream, well, the content is going to be limited, and I don't want that. I want to try and enjoy the games that you guys experience and share that with the channel. Now, why did I choose this particular game? Well, Kleiner left a message. Hi, Notser. I'm a fan of your replays and would like to send my nice game with the Benson. Regards. Okay, Kleiner, I recognize that you're German, but nice game? Really? Nice game? This is not just a nice game, okay? This is going to be a great game. You got a kill count that is really exceptional. Very exceptional. And hopefully everyone enjoys this game as it develops. So, Kleiner appears to be moving to a position that can use those islands because he is detected by something. Now, what could he be detected by? He could be detected by the Z-23, he could be detected by the Chapayev, and it seems that he is aggressively going around the corner while being detected, and predictably, the Akatsuki sends out his torpedoes. But he drops the speed and he pops the smoke. Well, the problem is the radar is still on. Hydroacoustic can still see you. So it is indeed the German who is responsible for this, and he's trying to take him out as quickly as he can. And oh, look. Look what happens when you take the German out. No longer spotted, and the enemy destroyer is trying to rotate around. And Kleiner is just going to set up a nice flanking shot on the target. He lets out one little salvo. He gets 80 damage. And with 5,000 damage done, he's already done 2 kills. Yeah. 2 kills, and the team is going to try and capture C point. And I'm sure a significant amount of his teammates around him are frustrated by the kill securing that's occurring. But he overextended. He was putting himself out there. He didn't want to die. I don't blame him. The German wasn't a kill secure, Notser. He deserved that. Yeah, but the Akatsuki, he didn't deserve that. He got 80 damage on him, and he got him. So the team captures C point. The enemy on the other flank, they're going to capture A point, or at least it looks like it. His team has gone way out wide, and I don't know why teams decide to do this. Let's make sure that we're so far apart we can't reinforce or assist in any manner. That's really going to make us the most successful. Yeah. And the enemy team is sort of doing this on the eastern flank. They're so far away from their team. They're not working together. The 2 destroyers already killed themselves. So Kleiner is going to be rotating around this island. He's going to be looking for some kills. Enemy Fuso, Chapayev, Graf Spee. They're all up for grabs. And he's going to send his torpedoes against the Fuso. Now, he might not hit the Fuso. In fact, I don't think he's going to, because the Fuso is already at the edge of his torpedo range. And he's still moving away. So, I don't know about that. Probably would have used it against the Graf Spee. The Graf Spee is going to have plenty of time trying to consider whether he made a bad decision, because he's about to die. And he's not going to be able to do that much. I mean, maybe he got torpedoes out. I don't know. He's just not doing anything. He's just rotating back with a target. Well, not a target. 2 targets on his flank. And Kleiner's setting fires, just chain firing away. Just very happy to get some damage on the target. Is he going to be the one with the last shot? He is. 3 kills, Kleiner. 3. And the Fuso, he is about where the torpedoes should be, but of course, the torpedoes don't get to the target. So Kleiner just opens up with a normal battery. If I had to guess what Kleiner was using as a build, it doesn't involve advanced firing training. It might involve, well, his 3-second reload. That sounds about right for the Benson, so it might not involve adrenaline rush. It could, well, I expect it to involve last stand. Maybe demolition expert, concealment, those sort of things. There is a window of stealth fire that exists for him, about 2 kilometers. And who's going to get the kill on the Fuso? Because half his team is firing on this guy, and the Fuso lets out one last salvo, and it isn't. He misses out. He missed out on that kill. Oh man, Kleiner, if you only would have known exactly how close you came to that kill count. So Kleiner is going to continue the pursuit on the Chapayev. He has nothing. He can do nothing. He's going to try and get close. Potentially send torpedoes. The Chapayev, of course, is very terrifying for any destroyer because his rate of fire, the amount of 152 millimeter or 152 millimeter guns it has, it's kind of scary. But never pass up the chance to allow your teammate to take all the attention away from your enemy. And as the Liberite Mass is taking fire from the enemy Chapayev, Kleiner opens up. And Kleiner is hoping to get... Boy, this is European, by the way, obviously. He's German. Why are there so many free XP? Are you guys trying to get the Missouri? Is that what's trying to happen here? There's a lot of people using the free XP camouflage. I understand it's okay, but it doesn't give you any concealment, right? I'm not 100%, but it doesn't give you the dispersion or the concealment benefit. So you are making a choice. Let's get the free XP over everything else. And I won't blame you. The Missouri is an awesome ship. It really is. The Missouri is probably the best tier 9 ship in the game. Part of that is because of the income. That is a key factor of it. It has revolutionized my income as a player. It really allows me to do things. And Kleiner's going to send his torpedoes, of course. The guy's on the border. He can't do anything. If he knows what's good for him, he will do everything in his power to kill Kleiner. Oh, not so fast, Mr. Chapayev. You've got a pretty big issue with torpedoes, and Kleiner takes out the target. Barely alive, but Kleiner takes out the target. So, he can move back towards the B point. His western flank is dead because they were broken apart, and one by one, the enemy team was able to easily take him out. Easily. You can't willfully decide, oh man, Liberite Mass is pretty low too. Both destroyers are very low. They can't really afford to be seen. They've got to be very careful. They can impact the game a lot, but you got to be careful. But how much health does this guy have at B point? So close to detecting him. I really want an idea of how successful or unsuccessful Kleiner's team was on the western flank. Alright, it's a Bismarck, and he's at 50% life. Okay, how can we decide how he dies, right, Kleiner? Kleiner's like, yeah, we got 4 kills. I think he killed every ship on this flank except 1. Maybe 2. So, how well is it going to work for him? He's got to decide, am I going to fire my guns, use my smoke, torpedo? The torpedoes are egregiously slow. These are the same torpedoes, I think. These are the same torpedoes that are on the Atlanta, the Sims. They are about 9.2 kilometer range with a speed of 55 knots. Not going to go anywhere fast, not at all. But it works out if it floods the target. Maybe sometimes it doesn't flood the target, Notser, and oh, I don't know, maybe you've caused 3 or 4 fires on the target, and the dot damage from the flood might send him over. That's never happened, of course, right? No, 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 no. We send our torpedoes. They always cause floods on targets that need to be flooded. What are you talking about, Notser? You're talking crazy, right? Yeah. So there's an enemy Bayern, along with the Bismarck. There's an Atlanta as well. Okay, well, that's not good to see. The Atlanta has radar. And he's just on the edge of being able to use his radar. So Kleiner's like, who do I want to kill? He's going to send his torpedoes. And it looked like he sent his torpedoes at the Bayern, even though obviously the replay showed him selecting the Atlanta. And he's going to fire at the Atlanta. Ooh, Bayern. Ooh, you think you can take that guy? You think you can hit all your torpedoes? I think you can hit all your torpedoes as well. I mean, double up, baby. Don't hold back. If you could kill two with one stone, well, kind of one stone, but if you can kill two targets at the same time, it's going to give you the speed flag. And oh, someone's citadel the Atlanta. Is he going to get him? He does. And he gets a kill on the Bayern. He earns Kraken, Unleashed, Double Strike, and the Bismarck is still there. Not so powerful, are we, Mr. Bismarck? With your 3 or 4.4 kilometer range hydroacoustic, you can't aggressively push, and for whatever reason, he's just sitting stationary. Why does he think this is gonna... I don't understand. Look, he's not even looking at the target and he's hitting him. Why can't I find players like this, honestly? Why can't I find these players? So, for anyone who's confused what's going on, he is clearly holding his right click and firing his gun. Unfortunately, the replay doesn't communicate simple things like controlling the ship, because who would want to know that? The speed on the left, the turn of the rudder, yeah, or even the crosshair that he chose to use. Who would want to know that? You know, just heathens. That's who wanted to know. But the enemy drops off detection. He's dead. Well, no, he's not dead, but he's about to be dead. Nobody had line of sight. Everyone was in smoke or behind an island. I think if you're a battleship, you could stand to be a little aggressive. Maybe call in an aircraft or two. And he's going to try and do the same thing again. Oh, really, Kleiner? You think you can flood the target and send... Well, those torpedoes were completely wasted. Absolutely, completely wasted. And Kleiner's up to 7 kills. 90,000 damage. Not a ton. But he is getting so lucky with the last shot on all these targets. He could have had 8. Remember, he could have had 8 kills. He missed out just that much on the enemy all the way on the eastern flank. This enemy North Carolina rocking the free XP camouflage, moving towards B point, and it looks like that cruiser's AFK to me. That reads as AFK. He hasn't moved from the spawn at all, which is unfortunate for his team. If he was involved in this game, I feel very strongly that Kleiner probably would have lost it or gotten way closer. But now that it's 1 versus 4, I mean, really. And by the way, why is there a battleship all the way on the northern flank? Is he looking for the AFK guy? He's so far away that Kleiner can't even see him. That's far away. And Kleiner's going to set up. He's got to wait for his torpedoes. The enemy North Carolina has his aircraft up and it's spotting everything. And I'm sure he's aware of Kleiner, but he can't really do anything. He's just trying to finish off the Bismarck. And the Bismarck is bow on. Is this really what Europeans do? You sit bow on with your Bismarck and you don't use your secondaries? Why isn't he at least trying to force out? Oh no, he's not bow on. He can't even get bow on. Oh, okay, well he's dead. He's dead. Okay, I would have just maybe tried to ram the target, go towards him. What's the worst that could happen? You die. Yeah, well, you're gonna die that way. And speaking of dying, the North Carolina dies to Kleiner's torpedoes. And there's only one left. Kleiner has gotten 8 kills. 8. I think I've gotten 7 kills. How many kills have you gotten? What's the most amount of kills you've gotten? Is there anyone who watches my content that has earned 12 kills in a match? I can't believe how lucky he's been. He's almost going to get a double Kraken. And the enemy says, Amagi AFK. Well, we know it's not an Amagi. We know it's an Atago. So maybe the guy just, maybe he forgot or he confused them. He's a noob. Okay. Well, they're going to capture B point, and hopefully Kleiner's going to go and try and get the 9th kill. Now, it's not going to be a hard kill, but 9 is better than 8. Yeah. So Kleiner played the game about as well as you expect every destroyer to play. We're not talking about some crazy moment that changed the entire outcome of the game. We're talking about a player that just went on the flank that had the momentum and was able to chain fire to the point where they got a lot of kills. The double strike was nice. Absolutely, you got to believe that your torpedoes are going to take out the target in that scenario. The Bayern just wasn't moving, obviously, and it's a free chance to get extra damage on the target behind him. And the Atago is indeed AFK, which is unfortunate, but there are definitely moments where Kleiner should have died. Absolutely. And the enemy team either distracted, not focusing down, too much sporadic choices made. Kleiner was able to live. He was able to have his fingerprints all over this game in the damage he's doing. So, yeah, it's not a close game at this point. It probably would have been really close if this guy wasn't AFK, but it's always nice to see a player get a lot of kills and contribute a lot. It's not like he's doing nothing. He's just getting very fortunate on some of these kills. I say 3 kills. He was very low damage on the target, but other kills he's doing a lot. And he probably is going to get even more damage because the target's stationary. We just have to see if any friendly battleship decides to fire at all. Any battleship at all. Torpedoes look pretty good. Oh, basically chip damage on this guy. Nothing significant. And has he not? He hasn't set a single fire on this guy. I just noticed that. But he takes him out with torpedoes. So there you go. So Kleiner, 9 kills, double strike, first blood, Kraken Unleashed, devastating strike, Confederate, 140,000 damage done, 6 torpedoes, 8 fires, 2 base captures. A very nice game, Kleiner. Very nice. Yeah, I want nice games all the time. He did a fabulous job of being on the flank of a lot of his opponents and using his team to overpower. I don't think there was a single scenario where he was isolated and fighting a target and being at a disadvantage. That's a key bit of information that don't overlook. Destroyers are great. They're really good at running away and avoiding dying, but helping your team kill targets and not letting them escape is very important. And obviously surviving is very important as well. So, Kleiner, Stroke, thank you for sharing this. I really appreciate it. And if you ever have another nice game, please share it. I appreciate everyone checking out this replay. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.